Hey guys, this is Aaron again. I've been holding a topic of discussion or for a video for months now based on my observation in the Philippines about the perceptions and misperceptions of what Americans really are to or through the eyes of a Filipino. And you know, there's a few things that are pretty standard for a Filipina. Even my wife validated that, you know, they in their culture they teach, or it becomes known early on in a Filipina's life about these expats, and it's like the 4 M's or something like that. But I just wrote it down in my own words that the Filipinas perception of an expat is that they're rich, they're old, they're fat, and they're soon to die. So, you know, you can see those things in the Philippines when you visit and you see other expats who may be even in a wheelchair with a young Filipina, but you know, there are reasons for that, and I don't judge that anymore. But those are kind of misconceptions that they're all, you know, we're all that way, and that's not true. Myself, you know, being younger than 50, very healthy, very active, it's just not what I have found to be the norm. Misconceptions about Americans or expats that Filipinos have is that, you know, expats can move mountains. They can influence anyone or anything just by the color of their skin, how tall they are, what color their eyes are, and especially how much money they have in their pocket. Excuse me. A misconception about expats that Filipinos have is that all expats live in mansions, which is entirely not true. Many expats that come to the Philippines are damn near broke and live only on their Social Security or disability that they get from the government, which I guess by Philippine standards could be pretty good. Another misconception that Filipinos have of expats is that we all drive, you know, Cadillacs, Mercedes-Benz, and BMWs. Well, that's not true either. In fact, these guys, these expats that come over that are on Social Security or some disability may not have a car at all. They may use public transportation or ride a bike or walk. Big misconception that Filipinos have about Americans and expats in itself is that we are what they see on television. Time and again, I'm reminding my Philippines family that it's not accurate what they see on television. We don't necessarily act that way. We don't have the things they show and glamorize on television. It's just a huge misconception that, you know, the media or television slants the viewpoint of a Filipino that all Americans are, you know, good looking, flashy, rich, nice cars, nice houses, etc., etc. It's just not accurate. It's not the everyday man. So those are my thoughts about, you know, misconceptions that Filipinos have of Americans. And I think, you know, part of that should be mentioned that, you know, expats are afraid or get themselves involved with scams, typically involving money, where a Filipino will pose as one thing and, you know, develop a relationship with an expat, take money, and then, you know, disappear or just keep taking money. But at the same time, the expats really run their own scam because they portray themselves to be one thing as the Filipinos see it on television, and they're really something different. You know, in particular, I've seen guys in the Philippines, expats, that act like total assholes. And they wouldn't get away with that with a woman in their own country. So I guess they have such a low self-esteem and their ego is so big that they think they can come to the Philippines and treat a woman poorly. I don't like it. I see it time and again, and it just makes me feel bad because it really gives the good guys, which I think are, most of my subscribers, a bad, reputation. We're not all like that. And, my family knows that, and I like to point out when I see it to them so they can understand the difference, because in my family I have 2 younger sister-in-laws that may or may not, be looking for an expat one day, but I damn sure will be doing the vetting for them to make sure that, that particular person is really credible and, that they are worthy of my sister-in-law's love. So, those are my thoughts. I know this topic has been kicked around by many different expats, but I've had it on my mind. I wanted to share it. If you like it, great. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter. And if you like my content, please subscribe. So until next time, see you later.